All right, welcome back. When we last left uh, Earl and Zebulon Harding, we had just snuck away from Shadrach of Furnace World and with a new friend, question mark, in tow, Asana Vian, a new connection at any rate, someone that we've been asked by Paladin to pick up from the planet and get her away. She was apparently some kind of intelligence person. Uh, and we found ourselves we tried to get on her good side there. We made a vow that we'd get her back to safety, uh, get her back home for whatever value of home is. She's not really being super forthcoming about that, but that's fine. And we're working on making a series of stops at secret locations in Morian Power for Paladin. Uh, we made our next jump and came out unexpectedly. Now the Oracle had initially given us something along the lines of a that we came out into a debris field, a creature boneyard. And while my mind immediately went to something like what we're seeing here on the screen, I don't think I'm gonna actually go with that because I don't know. I'm just I want something a little bit different. So here we go for, I think, something to go. Andrew Montgomery comes through with some beautiful art for this. So if I can find the thing, there we go. Get it over here and find something a little bit more in line with what I was thinking of, which is rather than a creature boneyard, a ship graveyard. Debris everywhere, busted up ships. And because I rolled a sort of a moderate success, there's an immediate threat here. I've rolled on some unexpected story twists, and I got kind of an interesting one. Share this one up here. Crucial equipment or device fails. So as we arrive and pull up into the space here and see all these ships around us and try to figure out what's going on, it's at about that same exact moment that the ship's engines go silent, and we realize that whatever might have stranded all of these ships here might have just captured the Zebulon Harding. Whoops. So, definitely going to want to do something about that. Zeb? Zeb, are you still there? And Zeb answers. Zeb's voice is curt, let's say, a little bit taut. He is an AI, and certainly, not the most emotive of beings, but certainly he's bothered by the fact that his power plant is emerging. Yes, Earl, I am here. I am on backup power, and I am without the standard ship's engines at this time. It's okay. It's all right, Zeb. We're gonna get straightened out. We're gonna get this figured out. It's gonna be fine. I'm not feeling very good about this. Well, no, you don't have to feel very good about this, but we'll get it sorted out, Zeb. Don't worry about it. We'll get this. We'll figure out what's going on here. Let's see. Can you still scan? Can you still scan here? Yes, I can still scan. I will proceed with scanning now. Great, great. So what we're gonna do here, all talk of scanning aside, is we've come to another waypoint, and the first move that we're probably going to do here is under the exploration moves, we're going to explore a waypoint, diverting from an expedition to examine a notable location. On a strong hit, you choose. So anyway, we're gonna see what we find here, see what we can examine this notable location, and see what we can find. All right, exploring that waypoint. No modifiers on this. We're gonna hit this and see what we get. Alrighty, that is a weak hit, which isn't awesome. We can burn momentum to get a strong hit. Let's see what our options are. When you divert from an expedition to examine a location, roll wits. On a strong hit, we can choose one. On a weak hit, you uncover something interesting, but it's bound up in a peril or reveals an ominous aspect of this place. I think I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to stay with a weak hit. Envision what you encounter, then take the +1 momentum. And I don't get the +1 momentum anyway. On a weak hit, you uncover something interesting, but it's bound up in a peril or reveals an ominous. Now, the ship's engines are already dead. Bound up in peril. Okay. So what Zeb says here is, I am getting readings on my scans Earl, I'm getting a strange energy signature. And he pauses over the phrase energy signature, like he's not sure if that's exactly what he wants to be saying about him. Like, you don't sound too sure about that there, Zeb. Well, it's not exactly an energy signature. It doesn't seem to be an energy source. It seems to be, I'm not sure how to describe it. It seems to be the absence of energy. It's almost like a black hole, but without any gravitic signature. Really? Yes. Well, all right. Does it seem like there's... Well, I don't know. Run the odds for me here. What are the chances this is the thing that's messing with our engines? Well, it seems unusual at such a distance for it to have caused this sort of effect, and it's odd that it would have so quickly caused our engines to go silent. We're not without power. If it were truly dragging, pulling away all power, uh, I wouldn't be active. If we're dragging away all energy, you wouldn't be active. Of course, it would pull away our battery power, our lights, and everything like that. Kind of in unison with that, our lights flicker a little bit. I kind of glance around. I said, well, let's not get too hasty about saying what's not happening here, Zeb. But in the meantime, all right. But something is definitely messing with your engines. Do we have any kind of propulsion at all? Can we use our attitude thrusters? Yes, we can do that to move the ship. It won't be fast, but we should be able to maneuver, as you say, using the thrusters. All right. Well, let's see if we can get closer to this thing. Closer. Yeah, let's get closer to it. If there's something out there that's doing this to the engines, we ought to figure out what it is, see if we can shut it off. Just out of curiosity, and we start moving. Kind of little tuts. That gets gas. I mean, as long as we can get the ship moving at all, it'll keep moving. So any kind of drifting, as long as it's aim drifty, is going to get us where we want to go eventually. I mean, space is big, but it's better than nothing. So as we're moving along in this space, kind of carefully moving along, Ivana might be up there on the bridge or something like that. But out of curiosity, Zeb, and I'm not sure how much I want to reveal around her, but I want to show a little bit of trust, so play things on the open. I'm looking at all this wreckage out here and some ships that have definitely been seen are at the worst for being exposed to violence. Tell me something, Zeb. Are your guns working? How do you mean? Well, I mean, are they working at all? You don't need to fire them or anything, but are they responding? There's a pause there. A little bit more pseudo panic in Zeb's voice. Actually, no, Ed. My point defense turrets are not responding to my commands. Huh. You don't sound terribly concerned about that, Earl. Well, no, I am concerned about it. It does bother me. I don't want to say I'm not concerned about it. It's not good news, but it is interesting. It's just very, very interesting. I'm not sure that I would call it interesting, Earl. It's very troublesome. Oh, it's definitely troublesome. I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm not saying it's not a troublesome thing, but it's curious. Zeb, isn't it curious? Can you tell me, can you see how it may be a little bit odd? And, Zeb pauses for a second. No, not very long, because it's not like he's very slow. These malfunctions are very targeted, Earl. Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. They are very targeted. You might even seem, we've still got attitudinal adjust, we've still got life support, we've still got our mechanical systems, our digital systems. All these things seem to be working just fine. But not our weapons, not our engines. Seems a little bit interesting, doesn't it? It is very curious, Earl. Yeah, isn't it just? Well, let's see what we can get going on in here. You see, are we getting any nearer to this thing? And I'm going to do a, let's say, face danger to move in through this stuff and see what we've got. See how far, how we're doing on this thing. So we're going to face danger, and we are facing danger with our resolve. I'm going to say my resolve because I'm not, you could probably say agility if you wanted to because we're going into, but not really. What this is not panicking. What this is thinking clearly about the situation without panicking about it, while we're in this. It's, granted a pretty tight situation, but being resolute about it. We're staying in control, and for that I think we're going to roll heart. So let's do a face danger, and we are going to check this out and see how we do. All right, got another weak hit. The weak hit, we succeed at a troublesome cost though. Make a suffer move. Well, I'm not super thrilled about that. Okay, let's take a look at pay the price and see what we've got here. Weaken, you succeed. Make a suffer move. Oh, we don't want to pay the price. It's just a suffer move. All right. What are the various suffer moves here? Lose momentum. -1 for minus setback. Let's see what sacrifice resources does. When you lose or consume resources. Boy, I don't like the idea of being marked unprepared on this, but the only other option would be to endure harm. I can see how that would happen, though. There's two options here. Maybe not endure harm. What do I want to do? Withstand damage. When your vehicle faces a damaging situation or environment, roll suffer -1 integrity for minor damage. All right, so we're going to take a -1 to the ship's integrity, I think. I don't like that either. So my options here are either I'm bumping into the debris and I'm potentially taking damage to the ship's integrity, or I go to a suffer move and I'm using up resources because I'm using up all these attitudinal gestures to actually move this ship. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with that. I think I'm going to go with the supply one. I don't love it. I don't like either one of these things. I don't want my integrity on the ship to go any lower. Okay. So we're going to take the supply. So what's happening here is we're navigating and stuff. And we do get a little bit where some debris kind of scrapes along the side here as we're, kind of turning and stuff. And it's like, we're getting a little bit close there, Zeb. Yes, I'm trying to keep maneuvering to a minimum. Why is that, Zeb? We are getting critically low on the gas that's used for the attitudinal jets. The ship, I am difficult to maneuver for such extended periods of time using the attitudinal jets, and they were never meant to be used for propulsion. I'm using up the gas at an exponential rate compared to normal usage parameters, and we are getting dangerously low. We don't want to get more gas to shoot out the thing? Not unless we want to go into the life support. Well, that doesn't sound very good. All right, well, listen, a body in motion tends to stay in motion here. Are we getting close to this thing? We can just let ourselves coast. I've already been doing that, Earl. We are getting closer, but it's going to be... I'm trying to use the maneuvering jets at the bare minimum. All right. We're down to critical, you said? We're down to critical, or we're in danger of being down to critical? We are down to critical. All right. That's not the best news I ever heard. So, the thing, what's that? What do we got? What do we got there on the scans? Well, I believe that is the source of what is possibly, at least theoretically, causing our malfunction. Well, that's just damned interesting. And what I'm seeing, get the thing I want to use here if I can find it. Our outside scan cameras pick this up. Zeb? Yes, Earl. What the hell is that? I do not know, Earl. Is it containing something or is it generating? Is that... Okay, walk me through this, Zeb. We've got a little logic test here. That theoretically is causing our problems. Yes, Earl. We want to shut it off. If we, to make it stop doing the thing to the ship, we would probably want to shut it off. If that's what's related to the problem, then yes, Earl, we would want to shut it off. Okay, thank you. Thank you. If we shut it off, it either is containing an effect, in which case it's not contained anymore, or it's generating the effect, in which case the effect goes away. That's correct, Earl. We don't have weapons, so we can't just shoot it at a distance. Also correct, Earl. We can't get away if it does explode. God, it looks like a janky put together piece of crap. That may be true, Earl, but it does seem to be working. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, I'm gonna have to go out there and take a closer look at it, I guess. You're going to what? I gotta go get my suit on. I gotta go take a closer look at it. I don't know if that's a very good idea, Earl. It ain't a very good situation at all, Zeb, but I gotta do something. Alright, Ivana, you stay here. Don't touch anything, please, if you don't mind. Actually, wait. What is Ivana's thing? Asana, not Ivana. What's her thing? I put her in as a connection. What is her thing? I didn't put in what she was. Immersed, secret, shifty, and secretive. What is her role? Alright, I need to look something up, I guess. Oracle. I never looked out what it got. Okay. Character, settlement, starships, character role. What is she? Courier. Nah, I've already done that. Thief? I mean, sure, I guess. Yeah. All right. That's all right. All right. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna get to work. So our next shot here sees Earl floating out here next to this thing. Is there any radiation coming off this thing's gonna kill me? None that I can see, Earl. All right. Well, I want to say if I can make it stop doing what it's doing, get the hell out of here. All right. So we'll get up Earl's thing here. Probably that's facing danger, but good. When you move to craft, repair, repurpose, or modify equipment or tech, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna try this thing. We're gonna make a move to craft, repair, repurpose, or modify equipment or technology, taking +1. We're gonna face danger. I'm gonna say we're probably gonna do it with wits. All right. So face danger with wits with a +1 and +1 momentum on a hit. Well, I would like a strong hit on this. Action score, I got an 8, which is a pretty good roll, but a 4 and an 8's got there. That only gives me a weak hit. I'm going to go for a strong. A strong hit, you're successful. Take +1 momentum. So I burn momentum, but the strong hit gives me +1 momentum, and I get a +1 from my move, which gets me back up to a 3. Why did it reset to 0 to 1? Do I have a Oh, my supply's at 0. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't even. Yeah, stupid. Look at that. See, it made me unprepared because my momentum's at, or sorry, my supply's at 0, so it made me unprepared. Smart character sheet. I don't like you, but that's a smart character sheet. Good job. That's fine. It gets me a 2-3. Okay. Okay, so I get in there and I realize that these things are essentially like energy deflection, sort of a shield generator, but they're some of it is that, some of it is actually generating like a weird energy signature. So the first thing I do is stop the thing that's generating the original. It's a pretty small unit in the whole mass of this thing that's actually generating the thing, and then it's sort of exponentially bouncing this thing back and forth until it creates this field. It's on the one hand, it's really stupid, like cobbled together tech, but on the other hand, why would it have been like this? And it's old. Maybe it was like for raiders or for pirates or something like that, but they would have hit us by now if that was happening. There's nobody out here, and there's a bunch of ships that are just dead and don't have like any condition. I mean, the stuff that's closer here is pretty beat up and probably got looted, but a bunch of this stuff doesn't look like it's been touched. Pirates that built the thing are dead. You know what though? Taking this tech. I start breaking the thing down. We're gonna cut this thing away. I don't know if this is what Paladin wanted. Kind of assuming it is. But yeah, I mean, once it's all folded up here, we've got like, I don't know, 10 crates worth of stuff. These are just satellite generators. A bunch of other words. So I figure as long as I don't turn it on, it should be fine. And you know what? While we're here, we've got some ships that aren't touched and stuff. Earl or Zeb? Once we get this thing out, this is, we see this thing. All right, we're going to break this thing down. As we're going out, it's like you said we were kind of low on, and with the engines going and stuff, but we're still low on a bunch of stuff, right? That is correct, Earl. All right. All right. Well, we got a couple of ships here that ain't been touched. Let's see what we can, let's see if we can siphon off the gas tanks. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Earl. It doesn't really matter. Let's just see what we got here. So my moves here, I want to resupply? Where's resupply at? Should be here somewhere. Sojourn. Well, there it is. Resupply. When you attempt to bolster your readiness, envision your opportunity and your approach. All right. I am scavenging, so I'm rolling wits. However, I have an asset for this. I have scavenger. Kind of appropriate. When you gather information or resupply by scavenging a wreck, a ruin, or an abandoned site, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. And you know what? Asana is a thief. So since we're stealing stuff, I'm giving myself a +1 off of that. Since Asana's, yeah. You want to help me resupply? I'm not doing anything else. All right. Good deal. Go along then. And I'm going to write down in here that she's a thief. Expertise. Thief. All right. So we are going to make the move. Oh, that goes for Victor 3. We're going to make the move. Where's the recovery moves? I swear, this thing. Oh, there they are. All right, we're going to recover. We're rolling wits. And I'm getting a +2 on this because I get a bonus from my asset and I get a bonus from getting help from Asana on this one. So we are going to submit that. Cross our fingers. Oh, yeah. Love to see it. Strong hit. Good stuff. All right. Now, strong hit, choose one. If you are unprepared, clear the impact and take +1 supply. Fine. Otherwise, take +2 supply. So I am going to be able to clear the impact. Where's my summary here? Clear the impact, unprepared, and take +1. Nope. Take +1 supply. That's fine. That goes up to +1. What did my asset actually do? It was +1. Take +1 momentum on a hit. All right, that's fine too. I'll take another +1 momentum on a hit. I did not get a match. I guess I'll find something of unique value, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to worry about that. That's fine. Let me go back to my connections here because I wonder if I did that right. Take +1 to the roll and +1. I get a +1 momentum for her helping me too. Sweet. So that gives me another +1 momentum. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, and then back over here to moves. Yeah, this is looking, we're a little bit better. Well, we're not any worse off, which is just fine. Whether I can gather any more information about this thing and figure out what the hell was going on here. Search for clues, ask questions, analyze evidence, or do research. Yeah, I'm going to do that as well. Again, we're doing wits, and I'm going to take a +1 modifier on this as well because I am again trying to gather information using my little move thing here. Ooh, I got a strong hit straight up. Love it. All right, so on a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. You must follow the action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn. Take +2 momentum, and I get another +1 momentum from my stuff. All right, so that was a big jump. That was a big jump forward. So I learned something pretty significant. So, okay, right on the edge of the ships that are really messed up, there's a few that don't look like trading ships or exploration ships necessarily. Well, they don't look like trading or haulers or anything like that. They don't look like warships or any kind of patrol ships or stuff that's especially built for combat. But there's a few in there, at least one that looks a lot like Zeb. And the call sign on it identifies it as being, oh, okay, we're gonna say, let's get the oracle up here. So the name of the ship is the Petrov Lux, but it's identified as a member of the, as a ship from the Jeffries Vega Collective. It says it's the Petrov Lux JVC. Earl or Zeb, what's the chance that JVC stands for Jeffries Vega Collective? About 43%, Earl. It's a big universe. And the tone of his voice is, okay, yeah, but what do you think the chances are that that's a ship from Jeffries Vega? It looks like they got in a tussle here. It doesn't look like they were alone either. They're not quite as messed up. It looks like more like this one was abandoned than it was. I wonder if they had something to do with this. I wonder if they had something to do with shutting it down. Maybe they couldn't get, maybe they stopped the pirates. I mean, look at those ships over there. They're all messed up. And they're not, those are definitely raiders. Yeah, I can put this back together. They fought this thing. They probably took the damn raiders down. How could they have done it without any weapons? And there's a couple of suppositions there about how they were, using non-weapon tech that wouldn't have been identified as weapons. It was still enough to damage the ship because it all looks like kinetic hits on the side of this thing, like they collided with various debris, but the ship itself was unable to function, so they couldn't figure out what to do to fix it, or they weren't able to fix it. They'd already used up all their resources. They weren't able to maneuver something, but they took down the raiders, and that left the thing non-functional. I think we're getting close. Petrov Lux. Petrov Lux. Need to make a note here. What am I going to do with this? Move this thing back up here. Ship graveyard. Last resting place of the Petrov Lux JVC. Ooh, I can do pop-ups over this. Oh, you guys can't exactly see that. Oh, that's a bummer. I can do pop-ups over the information. Let me move this thing where you guys can see it. Look at that. And I can pop up. Oh, I'm very happy about that. That is going to make me very, very pleased. Because now I can take some, because this was the, like this. Tooltips. Genius. Oh my god. Tooltips might be a game changer for me. That's pretty cool. All right, so ship graveyard. Let's get some more information here. Paladin's route to Jeffries Vega. We're gonna mark that. We've got some vows. I feel like this is progress on finding out what happened to the crew of the Zebulon Harding, because if the JVC guys are facing off against these guys, things like raiders and stuff like that, that might be some indication of what's going on. Get the Zebulon Harding to Jeffrey's Vega Collective. We've made some progress there. We've made a series of stops at secret locations in the Morian Pyre for Paladin, and we're trying to get Asana back home. I'm going to mark some progress on that as well. Oh, that's pretty exciting. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Paladin's route to Jeffrey's Vega. Let's see what these next coordinates have got for us. Zeb, let's see what we got. So, get in here, plot our next course, and we are using the move, undertake an expedition. Trailblazing a route through perilous space. We are using our wits and staying vigilant, and off we go. Weak hit. All right, when you trail, okay, so on a weak hit, as above, you reach a waypoint, envision the location and mark progress per the rank. As a weak hit, as above, but the progress costs you, choose one. Make a suffer move or 2 suffer moves, face peril at the waypoint, and envision what you encounter. Okay, I think I know what I want to do here. So we are going to make progress on the route. We're marking progress there, and we are immediately, that's what the whereabouts at here. Get the Zebulon Harding to the Jeffrey's Vega Collective. Make a series of stops. Get Asana back home. Some value of back home. Okay. So the version of the move that I'm going with here is face parallel at the waypoint where envision what we encounter. So we're coming out of skip space and we come into a pretty robust planet. Like this is I don't know if it's a vibrant world, if it's one of the ones that's like, perfect Goldilocks, thing, but a world that's definitely, so we've got a space station in orbit that seems to be pretty well habited. We're seeing some activity here, some other ships, some other, it looks like a fairly busy port. The planet seems to be active, seems to be habitable, and it also seems to be fairly well defended because we immediately are hailed, or as immediately as you can be in space. It's like we're immediately hailed and unknown ship, identify yourself, which is a little weird because we're not unknown. We're running a transponder. We would be identified. And do you want me to respond, Earl? No. Give me a second here. Hello there. This is Zebulon Harding requesting dock at the spaceport. We're on exploration business. And what we get back is a response like, unknown ship, you will submit to boarding and inspection, approach the station, disengage any weapon systems, and you will submit to boarding for investigation of flying a false flag. Sorry, what? We're just running our regular transponder. This is the Zebulon Harding. That is not possible. The Zebulon Harding was destroyed 3 months ago. Well, I mean, I'm standing on it. I'm pretty sure it has not been destroyed, so I'm not sure where you got that information. Unknown ship, you will pull alongside the station and submit to boarding. Well, I got nothing to hide, so come on in. If you're looking for some answers, I guarantee you I am what I am as well. And we're going to get somebody else on the thing. It's like, who am I talking to? Well, this here is Earl Baxter. I'm effectively the captain of this ship. The registered captain of the ship is not Earl Baxter. Well, I can't tell you about that. I'm captain of the ship now. There wasn't anybody on it when I woke up on it. I'm the only person that's been on here and the only person that the AI recognizes. You have an overseer on the ship. That's correct. Zeb, why don't you say hi? This is the Zebulon Harding's overseer module. Zebulon? Who's piloting the ship? Are you under duress? No, I'm working in conjunction with Earl Bassett. He is the acting captain of the ship. How are you still functional? We had reports that you were destroyed. We had transcript. We had telemetry that you were destroyed. I've not been destroyed. This is Magritte. This is Commander Magritte. You need to report. I'm sorry, says Zeb. I do not know a Commander Magritte. You don't. What happened to you? And I am going to do a compel. I'm going to do compel. When you try to persuade someone to make them an offer, we're going to charm, pacify, and encourage. I'm going to roll my heart. And hope to God that's enough because I don't have any bonuses for this. Charm, pacify. Eek. Oh, that's a weak hit. I can't do anything about it. All right. Strong hit, they'll do what you want or agree to your conditions. On a weak hit, true, but their agreement comes with a demand or a complication. Sorry, Commander, was it Commander Magritte? Listen, are we on an open channel? Because there's a lot to talk about here that probably doesn't make that much sense to be talking about out in the open. We'll be happy to explain everything as much as we understand it, but probably better if we're doing it face to face. I agree. Unknown ship, pull alongside the station and prepare to be boarded, which feels like it's progress. It doesn't exactly feel like it's progress because it's the same thing they were asking for before, but I mean, we're not going to fight these guys. We're not going to run from these guys. This is where we've been trying to get the whole time. So, all right, Zeb, we got here. Hope we don't regret it. I agree, Earl. This Commander Magritte seems somewhat stern. Yeah, somewhat stern. That's a good way of putting it. And we're going to we're going to put the Jeffries Vega Collective up here in the corner for now, but right in the meantime, we're going to just tally up a few things here and we're going to call it for the evening. Learn what happened to the former crew of the Zebulon Hiring. A little bit of progress there. They were reported destroyed according to telemetry that they'd received. Get the Zebulon Hiring to the Jeffries Vega Collective. Yes! Hooray! I mean, we did it. I don't know if it's going to do much. Made a series of stops. That's cool. And what is our progress over here? All right. So we gotta go. Where are we at here? We gotta do a couple of moves here. Shoot, where are we at? Oh, moves. Exploration moves. Finish an expedition. Progress is 8. That's a strong hit. When your expedition is a strong hit, you reach your destination, complete your survey. Mark a reward on your Discovery's legacy track per the expedition's rank. It was troublesome, 1 tick, 2 dangerous, 2 ticks. And I think it was dangerous. Progress? Yeah, it was dangerous. Alright, cool. So you can clear this. And over here on our legacies, we get 2 legacies. We get 2 ticks on our discoveries. Mark. Cool. And then we're going to go back over to our vows. And we're going to conclude the Zebulon Hiring to the Jeffries Vega Collective. Strong hit. Make a series of stops at the secret locations of More Empire for Paladin. Strong hit. And get Asana back home. We are not trying to conclude that yet, but we're going to clear these guys out, which is cool. So modify, get this one out, and this one out. Sweet. Okay, so back over here on our legacies, that gives us 4 more ticks on our quests. 2, 3, 4, and that gives us 2 more XP. All right, so that gets us up to a total of 6, out of which we have spent a total of 3. So that's exciting. We've learned some stuff. We might be able to gain some stuff out of this, but for right now, we have a bigger problem. And that problem is, Jeffries Vega Collective seems a little bit unhappy with us. That's fine. We're gonna find out some information. We're gonna figure out what's going on here. Health at 5, Spirit at 5, Supply at wah. And we have a lot of weird stuff in our hold. So that is just fine. Next time, we're at the Jeffries Vega Collective. And somebody is gonna get some answers. Hopefully it'll be us. Maybe. All right, thanks very much, guys. We're going to check this out. I think I'm going to do some more of this in another couple of days, so we're going to build up a little bit of, get some action going here. So, talk to y'all soon. Yeah, I'm excited. Checking this thing out. We'll get some answers about what the hell happened to the ship. Apparently we died. I don't feel dead. I don't feel tardy. We'll find out next time. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.